live on Channel 4 News with Kidako Savitas.
Good evening, I'm Kidako Savitas, and on this episode of Channel 4 News, we're going to be looking into Egypt's past and some of its greatest treasures. So let's hop right into it. This hot Egyptian week, we're going to start it off by talking about the Pyramids of Giza. The Pyramids of Giza are one of the only surviving ancient wonders of the world, and one of the most famous tourist attractions in the modern world. Although it is clear that the pyramids were used for burials of pharaohs, the construction, date, and possible symbolism of the Giza pyramids are still not completely understood. The pyramid we will be talking about is the Pyramid of Khnuf. Originally standing at a height of 479 feet, now stands at an awe-inspiring 449 feet. Most of the height loss is due to the limestone casing, which is no longer on it. Originally, the number of men that it would have taken to make such a structure was 400,000 men over 20 years of 100,000 men at a time. But better intel tells us that 20,000 men over 10 years, along with support staff of bakers, physicians, and priests, and etc., would make a lot more sense. That's all I have to say about the Pyramid of Giza. Next on our tour of Egypt's greatest wonders, the Great Sphinx. The Great Sphinx is a colossal stone structure located next to the Pyramid of Giza. Carved in a complete limestone, the Sphinx has the facial features of a man and the body parts of a recumbent lion. It is approximately 240 feet long and 66 feet wide. The Sphinx was built about 2530 BC by the pharaoh Khnuf, the builder and occupant of the second Giza pyramid. The Sphinx's face is a portrait of the king, and the Sphinx continued to be a royal portrait type through most of the Egyptian history. The Sphinx is thought to be primarily a guardian figure, protecting the tomb of Khnuf by warding off evil spirits. Arabs of the Sphinx of Giza by the name of Allahu Mamaya, or Father of Terror. Now we'd like to take a minute and hear a few words from our sponsors. Take it away.
Hey man, catch. Hey man, you want a ice home? Yeah. Hey man, you got a quarter? Yeah. You got a quarter? Yeah. Quit texting!
Your phone would never break if you bought the Sonam Land Rover.
Hey. I won't buy that. It's embarrassing. Alright, I'll get it.
Do I eat or does she bleed?
Hey, Jim, come back and man. Yeah, you don't have to stay out there.
Hi, I'd like to welcome everybody back. The next thing we'll be talking about is the Nile River. The Nile River, stretching across half of Africa and flows northward through the tropical mountains and forests of the equator to the temperature of the Mediterranean Sea. How long is the Nile River? It's Africa's longest river, reaching 4,150 miles from the lakes that feed it and the streams that feed the lakes. Another reason why Egypt needed the Nile to prosper is as follows. Without the Nile, Egypt would not have had a strong agricultural foundation. Every 6 months, the Nile would flood, providing beautiful fertile soil for Egypt to grow their crops on. The final ancient wonder of Egypt that we'll be talking about is the Temple of Delameher. The Temple of Delameher is the most characteristic temple in all of Egypt. Due to its design and decoration, it was built of limestone and not sandstone like most of the other funerary temples in the New Kingdom period. It is thought that Semet, the genius architect who built the temple, was inspired and designed by the plan of the neighboring monastery of the 12th dynasty, King Nebuchadnezzar. The temple was built for the great Queen Hatshepsut of the 18th dynasty, to commemorate her as her achievements and to serve her as a funerary temple for her, as well as a sanctuary of the god Amun-Ra. From everybody at Channel 4 News, I'd like to wish you a great night. I'm Kyriakos Savidas. You stay classy. Another reason why Egypt needed we needed a without the Nile, why do I keep saying the Egypt? It's Egypt. Another reason why Egypt needed the Nile to prosper is today, Junior. I was hoping to get it in before you did. Characteristic temple, was good for Hatshepsut of the 18th century. Dynasty.
Look, he has blue balls and a big red friggin' wing. Don't fart. I heard that.
Go ahead, George. Shut the up.
I'll go upstairs.
Military temple, the 12th dynasty, King Nebuchadnezzar. From everybody over here at Channel 4 News.
I'm just practicing in case.
You have feel. How do you feel? How do you feel right now?
I feel great.
Majesty. How do you feel about that? You like that?
Rubber gloves on.